why would the HMRC open a tax inquiry into your affairs, or indeed of that of any taxpayer? Well, potentially the most basic reason will be failure of compliance to file a tax return on time. Now, come on, guys, let's be real about this. If somebody can't get their tax return in on time, then what is that going to say? That is the most basic, fundamental thing that a taxpayer has to do, is get their tax return filed on time. If you persistently don't, you can't be surprised if HMRC then automatically open a tax inquiry into your affairs. Other aspects will be persistent failure to pay tax late. And then if you're looking in the return themselves, if you're consistently using provisional figures and estimates, that will suggest to HMRC potentially that the information is incomplete, that your records are conceivably inadequate, and that tax could be at risk because the information is potentially wrong. That is potentially a bit of a red flag, and that could trigger an immediate opening of a tax inquiry if it's done persistently. Within the return themselves, of course, the figures have to make sense. So, for example, if somebody's living a lavish lifestyle, but they've got a very low income, how is that being funded? Have they inherited a whole load of money from mum and dad? Or is it the case that they're simply not disclosing their income at a satisfactory level in accordance with what the reality of their situation actually is? At a slightly more complex level, there can be certain industry norms which HMRC can pick up on. For instance, certain gross margins, certain trading costs, and so on. That can potentially trigger an inquiry. In addition to that, there are going to be certain industries that are high-risk industries, such as construction because of cash trading, eBay selling. People frequently do so on an ad hoc basis but forget, for example, to file information in the tax return which they are required to do. All of this can potentially contribute to a potential opening of an HMRC tax investigation. Questions, queries, concerns, give us a shout. We know insolvency inside out.